Hi, welcome back in the garage on a Saturday. So today, quickly, I'm going to, so this screen, how do I make it so I have a screen on my bike which doesn't interfere with my filming? So it needs to be lower, no turbulence noise, but it needs to be low enough for my helmet's there to look out, but I don't get buffeted in with the wind. And I'm going to take a tip from Classic Rides, who do a brilliant film, does brilliant films full stop. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do what he's done, is lower the height of the screen. So as you can see, these are both sides, these metal clamps, and these just protect that. You can move that up to there. So I'm also going to take the canvas off. I'm going to mount the canvas onto the top of the metal bar, fixing bar, right? So basically I'm going to get the screen up to about here. So I'm going to lower it by about 4 inches. If need be, I'm not cutting the whole screen down in size. I'll cut a semicircle the shape of the headlight. So anyway, I'll get this to bits and I'll come back, okay? Six, that's because I only had 5, or 4 rather, 5mm threads. Okay, so we're going to use these 5mm again. So that's the 5mm and that's a 6mm. Okay, so they'll stay the same. I just need slightly bigger holes to fit a 6mm bolt through. We'll push through actually. There we go. And now we're pushing all these off. These aren't nylon, so what we'll need to do obviously is drill the screen as well. That's not a problem. What we want to do is get this as high as we can. So you can see there how much we've raised it. See that okay? Like I say, if we have to draw a semicircle, cut a semicircle out, I'd rather keep this because it just keeps the screen stronger, if you know what I mean. Because my bike will be going through branches and all manner of nonsense, as you know, when I'm out and about. Right, that's them at the same. So before we move it, say we'll drill the centre one. And go through there. Okay, so these only have to be 6mm. I don't know why they're quite so big. So, in other news, have you watched Glenn Owen's amazing films of his new hardtail Classic 350? He's done a brilliant job of it. Yeah, go and check out Glenn. Glenn, you need to get one of these screens on one of your bikes as well. I'll show you how soft that is. Now, we're going to put the screen on top of this. So we'll probably go and find some more washers and come back, alright? Right, so we've got some more washers. This in one go. I'll go on like so. And this one just goes straight on there. Just get this together roughly. So now I'm glad we've got these slightly longer bolts. There you go. It's easy as that. See what I've done? Now if we just hold this. Look how quick that drills. Right, I think we're good to go. So, autumn's certainly in the air now. We're only a week and a bit away from the clocks changing, the end of the month. Doesn't really bother me now, I kind of, as you know, quite enjoy the winter months. A lot of beautiful days, high pressure weather. That's when I go down the beaches, it's just stunning. Right, so we don't need to drill anymore. Kind of like to clear up as we go with tools. I end up just working in a midden. Now there's a good word. Is that a Scottish word? A midden? Muck heap? A midden, of course, is a dump on a farm up in Scotland. Don't know what it is in England. So we've got more. We need to make another hole in the screen. Okay. So that's actually went quite tight now. That's interesting. Should it be in that hole? Right. We might have to make some new screw holes. That's what we might have to do. I'll just do these one at a time. Keep it quite tight. So the plan is with this screen, put this onto any Enfield in time. Because we'll be buying another Classic 350, be it an accident one or something, project one. we do need to do now is put that onto there. And this is where we might find these bolts aren't long enough. Yeah, we'll need to put these on without those washers. It's not the end of the world. So what do you think? See what I've done? That's out of the way, out of the thingy now, but start. Set that there like that. These brass were just for, brass was just for show. So I've actually managed to somehow do a decent job of this. I'm usually not very good at making things, which is how I get away with making army stuff, because it's rough and ready. That's good. You could put a spot Loctite on these as well if you want to. You'd have to do them as crazy tight. So this one needs to re-hold as well. But now I'm glad I never cut those holes. Go. Still not worked out how to dull these down, but I think works on it in time. So once these are all tight, we will align the front of the brass screws. Once these are actually tight, they might end up having enough room for the washer on the back. So I'm hearing geese coming in overhead, so that isn't your native greylag geese, that is the pinkfoot geese from Newfoundland. And we'll head out to Park at Aberlady Bay and we'll film them. They arrive every year in their thousands, and it's quite a spectacular sight. They come here to roost in winter, so you can see there how much I've lowered it. So there you go, 3 inches. I've dropped the height of it about 3 inches. See now. Right, couple of 32mm holes. do some smaller ones. Maybe a wood saw is not the best drill bit to use. So that one's not drilled too good. These ones are perfect. Proper hole saw though for that sort of thing. So what do you think? So for filming, should be out of the picture, and wind noise should be reduced with this. Choo-choo. Right, next day. So we went out, tried it out. Still buffeting. I tried to cut a semicircle using the lamp guard as a template, and as you can see I shattered all the perspex. Absolute twat. So as I've discovered now, you don't use a jigsaw and you use a Dremel. As Colin said, he used to use these for his motorbike racing fairings and they don't split. Just take your time, he says, and it'll cut it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to cut it right clean down, and then we're going to be able to drop it right down to the metal. Okay? That's the first disc broken. That'll happen quite often. It's just so fine, these. Right, I'll get that changed and come back. Got loads more of these, but hopefully I'm not going to use too many. There, that's another one broke. As soon as we cross them. So, am I crazy spending all this on a screen to then hack up? Yes. Definitely am. But I didn't think a screen would be so noisy. So, I'm probably going to hacksaw these down as well. So we'll cut these off, cut that off, we'll use the vise, and that'll be it. We'll just clean it all with a file. It's actually quite smooth, that. Dremel's made a decent job of it. There's no bits you're going to cut your fingers on, most importantly. Oh. Now you messed with that. I'm right-handed and I saw it with the left, so you could get a bit of film footage. Nah, I think what someone should do is take that, cut it as a template, and make these on their own. And then you just put old screens onto them. Oops. There you go, that's them cut. So I think we'll just maybe try it first and then we'll come back and cut these, okay? Best I can do, wired them on again higher up onto the indicators. Made extra holes underneath and there, just doubled up that. It's not great. That nothing is. I think it looks alright, what do you think? Well, if there's noise now, tough. Just turn your telly down, put some music on and watch my films. What, joking? Let's go rerun. Right, so I went and filled up with fuel. The screen was too straight up and down, so I should have filmed it and I didn't bother. I took these off and cut them down. After I'd put them in the vise and bent them, I'd bent them before I cut them, you know what I mean, to get leverage. Bent really easy, just putting that in and using that end and levering it. So what I've done is I've tipped the screen further back, so this is kind of in line now. So now that it's lower, it's a bit slack, as you can see. So the option is you could move this up, but then your holes are not in the right bit. This is actually really thin. It's crappy stuff. Anyway, the other thing is to get some longer bolts. Doesn't matter if they're brass or not. Double this over, drill it through, we'll just punch them through, double that up and pull this up right tight and just pull it all. Can you imagine if it was all done like that? And you could then have it set, tensioned, and I'd pull it all neat and tidy. But with it turned back, I took it back out and it's quieter. Definitely. Right, there you go. I finished the film there and I was like, that's just no right. So I had my tea and came back out. I have doubled it up. See that? So I've got it all tight now. So it doesn't look crap. These would be actually better if they were just small screens. You know. Now that I've got one of these, I think I would just make something myself, an old army jacket, to tell you the truth. Because that is just strimmer cord in there to shape that. So then on my sewing machine could soon knock something like this up. I'm not taking it off again so someone can get a template, unless I've got a pal that wants one. But there you go. Perfect. Right then. See you on the commute. Next film. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.